Alright, so today we're going to talk about section 1.5, and as we're going through this, we're going to be talking about collecting data to understand causality. Right, so first we need to come up with a definition. One of the biggest questions in statistics is causation. Right, what causes something to happen? Right, data is collected and organized to answer this question. This concept will be discussed numerous times throughout the semester, and that is definitely true. Right, as we go through the semester, I can think of multiple different times in multiple different chapters where we're going to bring up this idea of causation. Right, so causation, causality are two different words that we use quite often. Causality is what causes something to happen. Questions are usually formed as what-if questions. So that's one way we can kind of generally see questions being asked about causality. We generally try to answer causality questions in three ways: anecdotes, observational studies, and control experiments. So the next few videos that we're going to have in this section, we're going to look a little more in depth into these three different ways to answer this question. Right, before we do that, just a few other vocab words that we need to go through and define. So treatment versus outcome variable. So the treatment variable is whether or not a specific treatment is used. Right? The outcome or response variable, right, is whether an outcome or change is seen in response to treatment. Right? So our treatment variable is whether or not a specific treatment is used, and we'll talk a little bit more about what we mean by treatment. And then the outcome variable is whether an outcome or change is seen in response to that treatment. Right? People who receive treatment for or have the characteristic of interest, sometimes it's not an actual treatment, it's something that we're specifically looking for, are said to be in the treatment group. Those who did not receive the treatment or do not have the characteristics of interest are said to be in the control group. So we're going to kind of use these terms as we go through. Again, what we're looking at in this section, we're going to look at three different types of studies. Right? So going back up to this sentence up here, anecdotes, observational studies, and controlled experiments. So again, in the next few videos, we're going to take a look at each of those three different types of studies in a little more depth. And these different terms are going to show up as we're going through those next few examples.